A land where the whispers of the ancestors echoes through the dense forest, where the earth hums with the heartbeat of tradition, I bring you a tales from the heart of Nigeria, the story of Ikemefuna, the young man who defied the gods and learned the price of pride. This is no ordinary story. It is a lesson woven into the fabrics of our culture, a tale whispered by the winds and carried by the rivers. It begins in Amako, a village crowned by rolling hill, where the balance of life rested in the hands of men who honor the land and fear the wrath of the gods. But among them was one who saw himself above it all, a man who would challenge not only his people, but the spirits themselves. Come closer and listen, for the tales of Ikemefuna is one of hubris, punishment, and redemption, a lesson that lives on through time. Long ago, in the quiet village of Amako, nestled between rolling hill and dense forest, there lived a young man named Ikemefuna. At 23, he was a man of strength and charm. His broad shoulders, piercing grace, and commanding voice made many believe he was destined for greatness. But greatness often demands humility, a virtue Ikemefuna lacked. And the saying goes, a cock that crows too loudly invites the hunter's knife. The elders often whisper, for Ikemefuna's arrogance knew no bound. He carried himself as if he was a king, walking through the village as though the earth itself bowed beneath his feet. He believed himself untouchable, above the elders, above the gods, and even above the earth that bore him. But as the wise said, a stubborn flies follow the corpse to the grave. Near the village stream, there was a narrow path lined with bush, where young women carried their clay pot of water. It was a sacred space where laughter and song echo through the tree. But for Ikemefuna, it was a stage to showcase his dominion, his powers. He would climb a tree to pluck ripe fruit, counts bitterness, the villagers would say. For Ikemefuna, bullying brought fears, not respect. One day, as the sun dips low and painted the sky with urge of gold, he blocked the path once more. Do you know who I am? Ikemefuna shouted, his voice thick with anger. Yes, replied Adanna, a young woman known for her courage. You are a man who has forgotten his roots. Her words stung, but instead of Ikemefuna to think twice, he laughed and walked away. The hands that beat the drum of arrogance will tire before the dance end, the woman whispered among themselves. Ikemefuna's mother, Neka, was a woman of patience and wisdom. Each evening, she would sit by the fire and plead with her son, my son, listen to me. The God sees everything. A man who challenges his ancestors will surely fall. But Ikemefuna dismissed her with a waves of his hand. Old woman, save your breath. He would say, the stone very sharp. A mother's warning are like the morning dew. They may be ignored, but not without consequence. Neka's heart grew heavy, for she knew the ear that refused to hear when the head is cut off, it joins the body in the grave. As the New Yam Festival approached, the air was filled with excitement. The villagers prepared with joy, clearing their home and cleaning everywhere, setting aside the finest yam. It was a sacred time dedicated to Ani, the earth goddess. No one dares to eat new yam before the festival. To do so was sacrilege. But Ikemefuna pride blinded him. As the moon bathed the village in its silver light, he sneaked into his father's barn. Selecting the largest yam, he roasted it over a hidden fire and devoured it greedily. The mouth that eats what it should not will speak of its pain to the gods, the elder would later say. As he finished, he smirked. What can the gods do to me? He whispered. That night, the sky darkened prematurely, and a violent wind swept through Amako. Trees swung dangerously, and thunder rumbled like the anger of the gods. By morning, livestock fell ill, and crops withered. When the gods are angry, even the mightiest tree will fall, declare the elders. The villagers gathered at the shrine of Ani. The chief priest, Ezianya, proclaimed, the land know the footstep of the defiler. Someone has eaten the new yam before its time. Meanwhile, Ikemefuna's stomach began to swell unnaturally. His cry filled the air. Still, he refuses to confess. The mouth that denies guilt in the morning will confess before the moon rises. The elder always warned. Summoned to the village shrine, Ikemefuna finally admitted, I ate the yam. The path to peace will be long and tiring, the priest declared. The village came together, bringing white goats, yam, and kola nut to the shrine. The air was thick with scents of incense and chant. As the saying goes, the broom swept best when all its thick are united. Slowly, the wind calmed and the crops began to heal. Ikemefuna was sent to serve at the shrine for 7th season. The work was to humble him. Over time, he learned humility. A man who kneeled to the gods learned to stand tall in life, the priest reminded him. After 3 years, Ikemefuna returned to the village humble. He fell to his knee before his mother. Forgive me, name, he wept. The prodigal son's return filled the empty seat by the earth, she said, embracing him. Ikemefuna became a changed man. He was never the same again. He became the great person that he was supposed to be. Ikemefuna's story become a legend in Amako. Pride may climb high, but it always fall into the waiting arms of humility, the elders would say. If you enjoy this story, please support me by subscribing to my channel, commenting, like, and please share and turn on the notification button. As you do this, may you be blessed. Thank you